Tragic news out of Western New York. University of Buffalo football player Solomon Jackson passed away last night. Jackson was hospitalized on February 22nd after experiencing a medical emergency during a conditioning session. The redshirt sophomore alternated his time on the defensive side of the ball between linebacker and defensive end, where he managed to record 13 tackles as a freshman. He was 20 years old. Syracuse basketball honored its eldest players Saturday when SU celebrated Senior Day in the Carrier Dome. The Orange recognized senior starters Trevor Cooney and Michael Gbinije before the game with a ceremony as well as a jersey presentation. SU then beat NC State 75-66. It was a special night for Michael Gbinije, who not only scored a career-high 34 points, but also eclipsed 1,000 career points. As for Trevor Cooney, he ends his career at home with 5 points on 0% shooting from 3. Monday was the main event as UNC edged out Syracuse 75-70. It was Cuse's second matchup this year with the Tar Heels, but the Orange still came up short in the game. Unfortunately, SU couldn't close the gap despite recovering from a 13-point deficit in the second half. Jim Boeheim showed appreciation for the team's efforts in this one.
We just battled back and showed a lot of heart, and really proud of the way we played. Overall, we gave it a great effort.
State continues to shock the world. This time, the Warriors managed to take the Oklahoma City Thunder to overtime by tying up the game with less than a second to go in regulation. In the final seconds of the game, Steph Curry launched a 35-footer to give the Warriors a 3-point lead and the eventual win. Curry later explained that the team's dynamic has contributed to all of their wins.
The beauty of our team is when we leave the locker room, we're still united. We're still ready to come out and compete, and I think it lit a fire under us to go out here and get this win.
SU lacrosse survived a scare against Army West Point. It took a valiant effort from Tim Barber, but the Orange were able to squeak past Army by a score of 9-8 in the Carrier Dome. Barber, who was injured in the previous week against Albany, scored the game's final goal, giving Cuse a 1-point advantage in the matchup. Dylan Donahue also made his presence felt by scoring a goal of his own. We close with a look at New York sports. The Nets lose to the Clippers while the 25-36 Knicks play the Portland Trailblazers tonight. In New York football news, the Bills have decided that they will use their franchise tag on lineman Cordy Glenn. Buffalo has also chosen to part ways with 4-time Pro Bowler Mario Williams. As for the New York Jets, they will be retaining defensive end Muhammad Wilkerson after using their franchise tag on the Pro Bowler.
So, Matt, we go back to SU basketball now. Only one game remaining in the regular season. How do you see their chances now going into March Madness?
Well, Syracuse has been a bubble team throughout most of the year. The Orange are going to be going up against Florida State in that one. They did get a win over Florida State earlier in the season, so if they are able to win, which is expected, they might still be on the bubble. It's really going to come down to the ACC tournament. If Syracuse can make a deep run, maybe get past the first or even the second round, then it's certainly possible that we could be seeing Orange in the NCAA tournament.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks so much.
Find out how a Rhode Island high school basketball team went from triumph to tragedy in just 1 second. Coming up next on NCC News.